This is Nadir in Chicago, and you are watching my channel, Knowledge for Quality of Life. I welcome to all those who have recently joined the channel, and I request all of you to take part in commenting, questioning, so that we can learn from each other. I see that very few people put the comments, and I appreciate those who put the comments, but I would like to see more and more people participating. And whatever I come across, in daily life with my best practices, I share on this platform. So recently, as you know that, I've done many vlogs, short vlogs on extra virgin olive oil. Last year in October, I particularly went to Greece as well. And prior to that year, in 2019, I was in Spain, and 2018, I was in Turkey. So I'm a big lover of extra virgin olive oil. And from time to time, I try new olive oils, provided I know the chemistry of the olive oil. So recently, I came across in Trader Joe's, where I go every week, and I saw that there's a olive oil which Trader Joe carry as a seasonal item. This thing is called Novello Italian Reserved Extra Virgin Olive Oil. Novello stands for new. Okay, this is the Italian term they use for this. Now, this is the first cold pressed harvested olive oil in the season. So they do the harvesting, they do the pressing of the olive oil from when they collect the olives from the groves between mid-October and late November. So this is the first, harvest, and it's Novello. Novello means unfiltered. You see the turbidity, there are some solid parts. So when I shake this thing really hard, and all the suspended particles, which is, attached at the bottom, is going to get, suspended in the middle. And this oil, when I tested first time, before I bought it, actually, I tried to look for the chemistry, and, Trader Joe didn't have it. Now, I don't rely on sometimes, people, but, I rely on internet. So I'm going to share with you the technique which I use normally to find things, to dig things. And you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it as well. So this is amazing olive oil. Of course, I'm not going to get throughout the year because this is a seasonal item. The new harvest came, and whatever the stock they have, they are going to keep it. And when they run out, we have to wait another next year. So it's going to be around November, December in 2027. So when I tried first bottle, I really loved it. And after I look at the chemistry, and I enjoyed it. So I got 4 or 5 more bottles. Okay. The price point for this, by the way, I'm not advertising. I'm not going to get anything out of it. So please be mindful of that. I'm not putting any sponsorship or anything. This oil is $15.99. So this is a liter bottle. So the price point is pretty good based on what you're getting. And I'm going to share my screen to show you how I found out that, details about this olive oil. Okay, because I had a lot of questions in my mind. So let me share my screen with you. So I just made an inquiry on Google, and I went to the AI mode. I could have been more sophisticated to use DeepSeek or ChatGPT, but this is good enough basic information which I was looking for. So I made an inquiry by giving the prompt polyphenols in Novello Italian Reserved Extra Virgin Olive Oil, Trader Joe. So all these wordings, put as much as you can think of, so that your inquiry is going to come back with a lot of hits, and then you can look at it. So it says that Trader Joe Novello Italian Reserved Extra Virgin Olive Oil contains significantly higher polyphenol levels than standard grocery store oils. Okay. Now remember that this thing is when the olives are fresh, they have to grind it within certain amount of time. It's right away normally. As soon as they pick the olives from the groves, they hit to the mill and they do it. First harvest, Novello, and there's a big tradition in countries where they produce the olive oil. They have a Rocky and they have a celebration because they consider this as a God of gift. Gift of God from it's a blessed tree. So they assume this thing that this is the blessing from God for them, and of course it is. It's a big celebration over there. Okay. Now the lab analysis recently batch averaging between 387 milligrams per kilogram weight to 520 milligrams per kilogram weight of the olive oil. So anything above 250 is pretty good. But this thing gives you a range of, depending on the batches, because every batch is not going to have the same, because everything is subjective to the timing, okay? And of course the accuracy of the analysis as well. So there are a lot of variables which it depends on, okay? But this is the range which is pretty good for our purpose. For comparison, typical commercial extra virgin olive oil ranges from 150 to 250 milligrams per kilogram weight. Okay. Now, key polyphenol characteristics: high antioxidant density. This Novello means new harvest. As I said, oil is made from early harvest of olives, such as 𝗘𝘅𝘃𝗲𝗏 variety, which are naturally rich in polyphenols like 𝗪𝗀𝗏𝗃𝗏. 𝗪𝗀𝗏𝗃𝗏 is a chemical which is present by nature in olive oil, which is anti-inflammatory. Okay, so it's very good. And it's unfiltered, so you can see, you can smell the aroma, freshness, because it is unfiltered and pressed within 24 hours of picking of the olives. It preserves more polyphenols that are usually lost during the standard filtration processes. Sensory cues. Now, the high polyphenol content is responsible for oil's signature pronounced bitterness. So when I tested first time, for its aroma, and of course, it's very smooth. And after I tasted, tablespoon, it felt pepperiness, which it should, and tingling and sensation in the throat, in the back of your throat. And that's a sign of, polyphenol content. Okay. Now this thing is green and should be stored. The only thing I didn't like it because, it's, stored in the clear glass bottle. Okay, and now it is sensitive to the light, so I keep it in the dark storage area. I just took it out to show it to you guys, but they do it because I had a question that why they are storing in the clean glass bottle instead of a dark bottle, so that they can preserve from the light for the oxidation process. And I've been told that sometimes the manufacturers do that to show the vibrant color of the oil. Okay, it's pretty greenish because the more green it is, it means that it's rich in polyphenol. And as the time goes by, they say that within 90 days, about 3 months, one should finish this thing, consume it, because after that, it slowly oxidizes. So the polyphenols, the efficacy of the polyphenols gets reduced by up to 30%. So it's still 70% is left. Okay, so that's why it's not filtered, it's stored in the glass bottle. Now, it says here, critical usage storage, consumed quickly, as I said, 3 to 4 months. Try to use it in raw form, like putting on the bread and, salad or veggies. Try to avoid, cooking at high heat because, this is unfiltered. So you want to use the maximum potency of this olive oil because this is like a liquid gold. Okay. So, be mindful of that. Then store in the dark area. As I said, it's a clean bottle. That's why, and what I did that, on other hits I got, there was a trial, actually, a double-blinded trial. So they did run the chemistry of this olive oil based on, they run this trial for taste and sensory analysis. It's blind testing trial, and they have included a couple of oils. Now, Novello was one of them. The second one was California Olive Ranch Everyday. And then the third was 𝗙𝗪𝗿𝗏. Okay. It's also from Italy, from area of Tuscan. and the fourth one was the control. And they ran this, 12 people, 12 exceptional, experienced tasters. They've been given blindly, and they didn't give blind trial. That they don't declare the name of the olive oil, and then they have the people who are running this test. They know what it is, and which oil is what, and then they run so they're basically four areas they were looking for the testers: aroma, bitterness and pungency, fruitiness and balance. And they rated based on that. So lab verification, third-party quality metrics, I found out for Novello. This is for Novello, okay? I was interested in. And this test was, actually, they ran the test from November 2000 harvest, okay? Free fatty acids, which is the measure of oxidation, okay? It's 0.8%. Just that's a maximum limit, because it's over 0.8%, then they cannot define as extra virgin olive oil. Remember that. It has to be. The lower the percentage of this acidity, better the oil is. So they found out for Trader Joe's, this Novello, 0.21%. Did it pass the test? Yes. Peroxide value is 20, which is a maximum limit. They found out only 6.8. It passed the test. UV absorbance, 0.22 is the maximum. They found out 0.13, passed the test. Now, this is the main important thing: total polyphenols. Not regulated, but it should be greater than minimum. That's a minimum requirement for the extra virgin olive oil, for the qualification of the extra virgin olive oil based on the EU standards. European Union. 200 milligrams per kilogram indicates high quality. Now, the test they ran actually in November 2023 harvest, it gave them 387 milligrams per kilogram. Exceptional. Now, 𝗔𝗰𝗶𝗵𝗃𝗲 should be greater than 100. They found 142. So it's overall pretty good olive oil. So let me stop share here. So I thought that, I'm going to share this with you. I hope you like it. If you try this one, I strongly recommend to try, as long as you have available in Trader Joe's. But I got my, filtered harvest, complete stock for the next 2 years. And I'm going to be, doing separate vlog for that, because, that's something totally new. And, I'm going to do next month my lab work, and I'm going to keep you guys updated that, the new olive oil which I've been trying, how it made an impact, if any, okay? Because last time I did it, with the 𝗘𝘅𝘃𝗲𝗹, which I shared with you guys, that my small LDLP dropped, my small dense LDL particles, which is part of the lipid panel, particle distribution test, it dropped from 666 to 180, which is about 73% drop. And that's amazing, that food can do it. Food can do it without any statin drug. So I hope that, you will learn something from it. Give me your feedback, give me your comments, and I'll hope that, I'll see you next week. Bye.